Doug hates candy wrappers, screaming baby sticky seeds with 50 as in popcorn kernels in his teeth. There's still not one that he won't see, 'cause Doug loves movies.
Hey, everybody. My name is Doug, and I love movies. Coming to you once again from Tomorrowland, where me and my guests will be phoning it in. It's Sunday, April 12th, 2020. Easter, my least favorite so-called holiday. The only thing I like about Easter is Easter eggs, and I can look for those any day of the year in a James Gunn movie. Doug plugs. I'm hoping to do Doug Loves Movies at Wise Guys in Salt Lake City on Saturday, June 13th at 4:20. We'll see. Let's say hello and how do you do to my guests, Amy Miller, Clarke Wolfe, and Dan and Kirk.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
I should have the those guys that played the Three Stooges on sometime, because then they can go hello, hello, hello. Because you guys were pretty harmonious.
Thanks.
I should say you ladies.
You can. No, I'll be a guy.
No, Dan ruined it. He was all like, But let's say hello to everybody individually and alphabetically, starting with hello, Amy Miller.
Hi, Doug. Welcome to our future.
This is how we're going to do it from now on. I mean,
where do I put my stuff for the prize bag?
Well, that's one of the things that's out the window with the phone it in version of Doug Loves Movies is we can't do name tags, can't do audience participation.
Sometimes that's okay.
I think so. I think it's kind of going to be a little bit of a fun change of pace, you know. And if people like these episodes, doing it this way, there's no distance restrictions. You know, you have to work out the time zones. But I could have guests on more often that don't live in Los Angeles. You know what I mean?
Yep, I do know what you mean.
This is I think this is kind of a fun way to do the show.
Well, I'm excited to be doing this because I was wide open. Not much going on today.
Not a big Easter celebrator.
I mean, I got dressed up for it, but we're not even fucking using video, so this is a waste.
Well, I'll get to it right now. I always ask my guests on these shows, you know, and when I say always, this is the second one, but I ask everyone to please send me a picture of either what you're looking at or what you look like in your environment while doing this, so I can then share it on the internet with everybody. Like, this is what everybody looked like while we were gathering remotely.
Okay, good. I'll make it really cute.
Yeah, make it a really cute picture. Also joining us, speaking of really cute, it's Dan Van Kirk, everybody.
Yay.
Hello.
How you doing, Dan?
I'm good, buddy. How about yourself?
I just never, because you're always sitting there and I'm looking right at you, I've never really noticed what a sexy voice you have.
Thanks. I'll take it. Now I'm very conscious of my voice.
That's perfect. That's exactly where I want you to be right now.
Good.
How's your Easter going?
Perfect. I'm not celebrating the day that three friends said that their buddy just came back to life. And yeah, I'm going to maybe watch some of that new what's it called, that show Money Heist, and I might watch Killing Them Softly, the movie with Brad Pitt, later today.
Really?
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie? I'm sure you did. I did. I really liked it, but I don't remember it at all, so I'm looking forward to watching it again.
Yeah, you got to check out our friend Scoot McNairy's in that one.
He's so good, man.
Yeah.
And Ben Mendelsohn is in it. There's a lot of great people in it. Ray Liotta talking about Chantix.
Crazy. No, he isn't.
Yeah, it's really, that's all he talks about. People didn't know that was an ad.
There's no way that comes up.
The first thing he mentioned.
I can't believe that. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, thank you for being here, Dan, and also joining us, another favorite from Doug Loves Movies that we used to do, It's Clarke Wolfe, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, like I haven't spoken on the phone to practically anybody for years. If I'm on something has happened, so we have to talk. So it's weird to have a pleasant, friendly conversation. How's your Easter so far, Clarke?
Well, it's good. I don't celebrate Easter, but today is actually my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Happy
I can't believe
Thank you.
I even knew that ahead of time, and I totally screwed up and didn't write it down.
No, that's okay. That's
Happy
okay.
birthday, Clarke.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel bad that you have to bring it up yourself.
Oh, no.
But,
Well, I wasn't going to talk about Easter, so.
You want us to sing?
That's the world we're in now.
Maybe later. Depends.
All right,
Okay.
let's sing an Easter song for Clarke's birthday.
Happy Easter.
Did that ever happen before, that Easter and your birthday fell on the same date?
Yes, it's happened many times. And actually, so I really do always make the joke that my birthday being April 12th, there is always Coachella, Game of Thrones, Easter, Passover, Star Wars Celebration, taxes. Like don't get me wrong.
420.
Yeah, 420 for those who are getting a head start. And I remember, a late start. And I remember one year I actually threw a brunch, and my birthday was on Sunday, Easter 12th, April 12th, and it was on Easter. And I thought, well, it's Los Angeles, and Easter's not that big of a deal, right? And then I was so wrong. People take this holiday very seriously,
Really?
unbeknownst to me. Yeah. People really spend this holiday with their family. When I was growing up, it was just like bunnies. And also someone in my family the dad's Jewish. And so, it's like whatever. So I didn't know that this was a big deal, but happy Easter to those who celebrate.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're doing today about it, sitting at home by themselves. Like, I guess you could have your own little private egg hunt.
Yeah, they're eating a bunch of those eggs they hoarded.
Also, egg hunt, just like you can't say it too fast.
Very true.
Try it.
Okay, so thank you to the three of you for being here. We'll chat about movies a little bit if there's time at the end, but I figure I might as well do a more economical show since there's an audience that paid to get in to see it. So I'm going to say right now, let the games begin.
Nice.
It's like, how'd you get Tom Hardy on this show?
He's
Just to pop in. He's bored. He doesn't celebrate Easter either.
It's crazy who you can get right now to do things because they're just bored and sitting around all day. They just they say yes to things like this. So thank you, Tom, for that. No problem. All right. We're going to start with a game called How Much Did This Shit Make?
Okay.
Very popular game on the show over the years. Thought this is a good time to bring it back since the economy is finished. We might as well talk money.
Sure.
I'll name a movie, and then you all guess how much it made, not adjusted for inflation, according to boxofficemojo.com.
If you guys hear me typing, I'm doing something else.
Okay, fair enough. Sure.
No, that's totally cool. Me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we have to be on the old honor system with this.
Are we doing like Price is Right rules, Doug, or are we trying to get the number exactly?
I love Price is Right rules.
I do know that.
and just like Price is Right, if you get the number exactly, you automatically win $250.
Ooh,
Excellent. Okay.
Oh shit. I need that.
So I better not hear those typing fingers, Amy.
Okay, I'll do it on my phone.
And so it's a movie that you probably have all heard of.
Okay.
We'll go in the same order that I introduced everybody, alphabetically. I'm sorry, Clark. That must really kick your butt your whole life.
That's okay. My name and my birthday. No big deal.
My name is always last alphabetically, and my birthday's on Easter. So
no big deal. Totally cool. Totally cool.
Okay. Here we go. I guess order doesn't matter that much in this game, but the motion picture, Amy, is Hunger Games: Catching Fire.
Okay.
The highest grossing installment in the Hunger Games series.
Okay.
How much do you think it made, Amy Miller?
Is it adjusted for inflation or?
It is not adjusted for inflation, as I said with those same 4 words earlier.
I'm so bad at this. I have no idea.
Would you rather go last?
No. No. I'm going to say $125 million.
Okay.
Why is that funny to you?
Mil.
What's so funny?
It's just funny the way you said it. Like, it's so funny how you sound like you're not sure, and then
I have no. It
you
could
gave
be
me an amazing guess.
Okay.
Dan, what do you think?
This is just domestic.
Yeah, I think so.
You're not sure.
346 million.
346 says Dan.
It's a little high.
Right. What'd you call me? Clark?
I'm going to say 234 million.
I like our
right,
spread.
guys. I tried to give you.
Dan, don't talk about spreads in that voice.
Yes, maybe it's not so sexy anymore.
I'm
sorry to say, I tried to give you guys a hint saying it's the highest grossing in the series of Hunger Games movies, meaning that they just make an insane amount of money, those movies.
680.
So Dan, it's 865 million.
Whoa. That's wild. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that's got to be global.
Yeah, it's insane how much money those movies make. So, real quick, I've just been told in my headset that we've got that Eddie the Eagle from the American Comedy Company in San Diego is standing by on the phone and really wants to say hi.
Hi, Doug.
Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hey, Eddie.
I'm good. How are you? You're good too? That's great.
I didn't even ask, but I'm glad you covered it for both of us.
No problem, Doug.
What's going on down there in the basement of the? Hey, there's that familiar caca.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the basement of the comedy club there? Are you self-isolating there?
Oh, I'm just by myself. It's very dark in here.
Yeah, I bet. It must be sad that there's no shows going on.
None at all. None. But still somehow better than open mic night.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Open mics can be kind of rough. But I'm hoping to see you, Eddie. I'm hoping that the club will be open during Comic-Con because, I usually do 2 Doug Loves Movies shows over the course of Comic-Con at the American Comedy Company.
They haven't canceled it yet?
Yeah, they're saying Comic-Con is still going to happen. I don't know why
God.
They would say that at this point.
They canceled Burning Man.
They did? That's not till like September or August, right?
That's my point.
Oh, Eddie, you're such a beacon of sanity in this crazy, crazy situation.
Beacon.
But if it does happen during Comic-Con, if Comic-Con does happen, I'll be there and do some, maybe I'll just sit there by myself with you on the stage because you're not contagious, right, Eddie?
No, not at all. No, birds are good. We already had our time.
It's true. It's not the corona bird virus. Give me one more caca.
Caca.
And we'll see you this summer, maybe. If not, I'll come back whenever they allow me to
all
come
right.
back there.
Feel free.
All right. Thanks, buddy. That's so crazy that that eagle on stage at the American Comedy Company can get on the phone and have a conversation.
You think they'd promote that more?
Yeah, but it's an interesting club. They don't they don't do anything the way you'd expect.
If he has the capabilities of a bird, why does he have to stay down there?
He's
just a wooden
bolted to the wall.
He's just the artwork that they picked for the comedy club.
He also owns the club, so he's got to make sure that everything's holding down.
Sure. Yeah.
See, I did not know that Eddie owned that place. That's really that's an interesting twist.
Yep. You're welcome for that information, Doug.
That's why he's the only one left working there at the end of the show sometimes.
Now it's time to play Build a Title. That's right. Everybody's game that's the hardest game to play or explain is back. I'm going to give you guys a title. Did any of the three of you get a chance to catch the first episode of Doug Loves Movies that was done this way?
No, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I don't blame any of you. I appreciate all of you responding in a way that sounded like, but you meant to.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, so since none of you listened, I'm going to play the exact same title that I played with the first group. It did not go well. And I just want to show the world that this game is not that difficult and that we can do better. So the starting title is The Day After Tomorrow. Okay. We'll take the off of the beginning. So, Dan, since you won that last game, you get to go first. So add a title to the beginning or end of Day After Tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow, brother, where art thou?
Tomorrow, brother, where art thou?
Tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow, brother.
Tomorrow,
Isaac.
brother, where art thou? That's better. It all comes down to pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother, where art thou? Okay, so that means, Clark, you're next. You need a movie that ends in day or begins with thou.
Okay. I will say Any Given Sunday After Tomorrow, brother, where art thou?
Perfect answer. I mean, Amy may not think so.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
I know that was not considerate for Amy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm fucked.
Okay, Amy, so you need something that ends in Annie.
Doug, when you're doing these, do you get to remove the word the on any title?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If only thes at the beginning of time.
Right, okay, okay, cool.
Take it out of the middle.
Gotcha.
I don't know why you'd want to, but
What about A?
What's that?
What if a title starts with A?
That's the same thing. You can get rid of the A or keep it if it works for you. Brother, where art thou? How?
Well, obviously, I'm trying to think of something that starts with 1,000.
Brother, where art thousand?
Or
yeah, so that would so you could drop the A from that 1,000.
I have nothing, you guys.
That's all right. You can stick around for our next game regardless. Also, there's no prizes of any kind today.
Perfect.
Yeah. Just a pat on the head when I see you again sometime and I have the right gloves on.
Fair enough.
All right, so we're back to you, Dan. What do you think?
I will go with Any Given Sunday After Tomorrow, brother, we're out the outsiders.
Outsiders.
Very good.
Okay. Oh, man.
Technically wrong.
That's a good one, though.
Outsiders.
Doubt.
So technically right.
I don't know. There's an E in there. It's
You know,
It's how it
if you
sounds.
wanted to tell somebody that you wanted them to get outside, you could say "outside."
Outside with you.
Outside with you and your kind. All right. So, do you have any ideas here, Clark, to add to this?
I do. But it's definitely loosey goosey.
I mean, we're there.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You know, Doug, Sam Levine and I play this game when we go wine tasting. We play this game on the drive up. And my favorite one that we ever came up with, he had ghosts of, it was The Men That Stare at Goats. That was the one that it ended on.
Mm-hmm.
And so my answer was The Men That Stare at Goats of Mississippi, which I thought was great and was very proud of.
Did not allow that.
Oh my God! I bet you Sam probably had to pull over and get out of the car and get some fresh air.
I bet he talked to you about why that didn't work longer than the amount of time you played the game.
And then we were there. Then the drive was over.
It was a great time killer.
Yes, it was. Okay, so here is my. This is in line with that.
Okay.
Any given Sunday after tomorrow, brother, where art thou? Cider house rules.
Cider's house rules.
Cider's
I
house
mean, if you
rules.
can pluralize that cider,
I know.
Yeah, if you could only.
I
There's
know.
only that option. Yeah.
that's good though.
Yeah,
That's the
that
best.
is
That's
good.
probably the best I got, though.
so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like a title that ends with many, but I can't. I got nothing.
Yeah, it'd be a weird word to end a title with.
good. I think I have one. Is it my turn?
Oh,
Not a few, but many. You got knocked out.
Oh, okay.
I still
Yeah.
want to hear it.
But
I
yeah,
I
I'd
don't know
love
why
to
it
hear
matters.
I would love to hear
Any given Sunday
it.
after tomorrow, brother, where art thou? Cider's house rules.
Well, we never accepted the cider's house rules, and
Oh.
I got one. When we come
and
back.
also, yeah, that one wasn't quite there either. But what do you got,
You
Dan?
don't take Annie?
No, I don't. I don't take that at all. I don't care which version of Annie you're
You don't
talking
take
about. In fact, I would be more likely to accept Blanny than Annie, because at least you're building something. You're adding something
Right.
to it. But what do you think, Dan?
Bicentennial Manny given Sunday.
Oh, great! I like that one.
Bicentennial Manny.
Yeah. My
That sounds like a guy who sells
Manny.
flags and hot dogs.
No, it's like a
Bicentennial.
nanny who's a dude, but also a robot.
I have to say it all. I don't. Bicentennial
And bye.
Manny given Sunday after tomorrow, brother. Wear outsiders.
I love Bicentennial Manny.
I tried.
That's a project right there. All right. Well, congratulations, Dan.
Thanks.
Yay.
There's
I can feel
really
it.
winning's really not the right word to use for it, but you did succeed enough. You succeeded. You succeeded the most, and you will be the first to play in our next game. But speaking of jobs and the lack thereof, here's a poorly timed game called Jobs, Jobs, Jobs. This is a super fun game. I think Dan got to play it recently.
Yeah, I've played it twice. Still haven't won.
Oh,
Well, this is your chance, buddy,
Okay.
to go up against these two people who've never heard of it.
Mm-mm.
You're an old pro at it.
Never even heard of a
So-
job.
All right, so basically the way the game works is I'm going to give a clue to Dan, followed by a number of jobs that I've written down that were performed by one particular person, an actor or an actress, over the course of their career. Dan will then say whether he can figure out who we're talking about with whatever number of jobs from that list he thinks it'll take him to get it. And then the bidding begins.
Oh my God. This is like Leonard Maltin, but with jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Please.
Jobs they had in their real life or in movies?
That question was too smart. Jobs they've had in movies.
Okay.
Doug loves movies, not real life.
Ooh, I can't imagine why, Doug.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah, let's get that shirt going. Let's also get the hashtag going. Doug loves movies, not real life. Okay, so yeah, so that's what you're bidding on is how many movies. So it'll be just like the Leonard Maltin game in the sense that it'll be the easier, it'll be easier to figure out the more job titles you get to hear. So it'll go to Clark second, and then maybe all the way over to Amy. We'll see. The bidding can be pretty fierce. You ready, Dan?
Yep.
First one to win two of these battles. So it's basically best 2 out of 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. The clue is this person's mother was a German opera singer.
Mm.
And now that I say it, I'm not sure if the operas were all German or if the person was German.
Mm.
Probably the person.
German opera singer.
Yeah.
I
the
only
operas were
sing
probably
German opera. All right. 8 jobs.
8.
8 jobs. How
My
many can you get it in, Dan?
7.
Opening bid is 7, Clark. He thinks if he hears 7 jobs, he can figure this out.
I'm a super fan of this person. I know the answer.
Wow.
What?
If it's the person that I think it is.
You're that big of a fan that you already know based on the German opera singer mother thing.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Wait, I was going to say, if she knows it, Doug, could she go negative jobs? And then if she wanted to name some of their jobs?
I mean, I feel like Amy doesn't know who this is based on the clue.
I don't either.
So Clark doesn't really need to show off like that.
But theoretically, maybe
But
she
could.
But
Good,
she should probably hear, or she's maybe just totally psyching out Amy right now. But
No, I believe her.
Yeah, no, Amy, I wouldn't do that to you.
I know. I can hear her typing.
So what do you want to, Clark? Do you want to say, like 0 names or 1 job or 0 jobs?
Yeah, I mean, I know the answer.
You're going 0 jobs.
Correct.
So all Amy has to do is name that person, say that to Clark.
Or go negative jobs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to do that.
And you don't know what I'm going to do in
I do.
quarantine. I'm a different person now.
This is new Amy.
Quarantine Amy says what?
So I can just guess though, right?
Or tell her to name it.
No, you just have to say, Clark, name it. If she names it, she gets the point. If she doesn't name it, you get the point.
Okay, Clark, name that person.
My hero forever, Sandra Bullock.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah,
great.
I mean, her mother's name was Helga. I am a big fan.
It proves out.
Yeah, I know that.
So wait, hold on. So I don't want to derail your show, Doug, but I'm curious as to how many jobs Clark could have said. Or
Yeah.
what would you have gone with? We've gone with like accidental hacker for the net.
Yep. And then you've got FBI agent, and you've got
Float Hoper.
Flash pageant queen.
pageant queen, and then you've got toll
Let me
booth
tell
worker.
you the toll booth worker and while you were sleeping. But let's reverse engineer
driver.
this. Let me tell you the ones I did have.
Oh yeah.
Tell me, you can tell me which she was. Which movie was she a scientist?
Love Potion number 9.
Cop.
Miss Congeniality. Well, she's been a cop a couple times. I guess actually cop is Murder by Numbers. FBI agent is Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
What about the
law, yeah, and the Heat.
Oh yeah, and the Heat. You're right.
Law student.
Time to Kill.
Playwright.
Actually, playwright. It's not Capote. I'm sorry. Wait a second. The Infamous. That's the name where she played Harper Lee.
Wow.
Oh, maybe, yeah. So playwright. I guess Harper Lee.
I guess she was a
didn't write the play.
novelist. Yeah, she wrote. Yeah. Which one's playwright?
The Ya Sisterhood.
Oh, of course. Sure. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, I just get very excited whenever I get to say Ya Sisterhood.
Wait, what's the German opera singer movie?
No, that's just what her
what
mom
her
did.
mother really was.
Okay, that really threw me off, guys.
Yeah, it really did.
I
Apparently.
for sure thought that was in a movie, and
That would be funny.
that at the beginning of the game, and now, all right.
It would be funny though if that was her job. Like as Sandra Bullock character's job was her mom's a German opera singer.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
Like Florence Foster Jenkins.
Oh, wow, me.
And then the list, then they get a lot easier because I had astronaut
Sure.
and witch.
Mm.
Yes.
And then this one's my favorite one on the list. Number 7 would have been, if you got to hear it, Spunky Passenger.
Owner of a
Speed.
lake house.
Yeah, Lake house homeowner.
Yeah, I mean, she's got lots of great ones where you could just give it away with just a couple of words.
That's
And
great.
then my 8th one was, of course, undercover FBI agent / beauty pageant contestant.
That's
Ooh.
great. Those are great.
Sandy B. All right, so Clark's got 1 point. Dan stayed out of that skirmish and Amy challenged. So Dan, you're going to go first, and then it's going to go to Amy on this next round.
Okay.
The clue is this person's first acting job was in a cereal commercial. If Clark figures it out from that, I'm going to get out of the game.
Oh, you don't know it? No, I have
don't
no idea.
remember who this is, but I remember them being on a late night appearance and them showing this cereal commercial, and I cannot remember who it is.
All right. Well, that's the thing is these clues are supposed to not help at all, so that wouldn't have helped. Clark was amazing. All right, so I listed 7 professions.
I'm going to go
How
6.
many? Dan loves that opening bit of just knocking 1 off for
Daring.
6. Amy, what do you think? Can Dan get it in 6, or can you get it in less than 6?
I'm going to say I can do it in 5.
Nice.
Whispering to the other guests is it as easy as this version.
It's really not as many side combos.
Clark?
I'll go 4.
What?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, name it, Amy.
No.
No, Clark, it's too late.
You did it.
Ooh, that's the Sam Levine talking right there.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm sorry.
No, do it.
That's okay.
Go for it.
So 4, who was next after Clark?
It would be me to either do 3 or challenge her.
Okay, which is it going to be, Dan?
I think I have to challenge her. Name that person.
Okay.
All right, so Clark gets 3. Wait, 4?
4.
Yes,
Yeah.
she gets
4. 4 jobs. Let me take a look at it. Okay, I think she's got a shot at this. Ex-con, con man,
Mm-mm.
FBI agent,
Mm-hmm.
and magician.
Oh.
Kind of sounds like just one person, or the cast of Now You See Me.
Yeah. Oh, that's tricky because of the magician one.
Mm-hmm.
Con man, ex-con, cop or FBI agent.
FBI agent.
FBI and magician. FBI. Okay, I'm gonna say magician. Oh boy.
Is that your final answer?
No, it's not.
that's what
It's
it felt
not. It's not.
I'm gonna guess magician.
I'll go Ed Norton.
That was a terrific guess.
Mm-hmm.
He was a magician in that one movie.
Yes.
What should I do? Do you want me? That's incorrect. Do you want to hear more jobs just for fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But the point there goes to Dan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But here's more names of jobs. Investment banking executive.
Oh, Steve Carell.
No.
Damn it.
The sixth profession is newsy.
Christian Bale. Come on. I have such a hard time believing that because I thought of him. Of course, I thought of The Prestige. And I found, was the seventh job Batman?
Yeah, the seventh job was eccentric billionaire.
I have such a hard time picturing him. I thought of him and I was like, he wasn't in a cereal commercial. That's wild. Dan, was that the one you were thinking of?
I don't even remember still.
To this
I just remember
day.
seeing them show somebody's first gig was a cereal commercial, but there might be a lot of actors like that.
It might be. All right, this is exciting. We're going to play another round of this game because Dan has one and Clark has one, and Amy gets to go first this time, and then it's going to go at Dan. So get ready, Dan.
Okay.
Amy,
Yes, Doug.
this thespian was born in New Jersey.
Oh, I
Great.
got it. I know. Just kidding.
And I wrote down 8 jobs. How many jobs can you figure this out in?
I'm gonna say 7.
Oh,
7 jobs.
that's what we call the Dan Van Kirk.
Mhm.
Not what I call it.
Okay.
Dan, you're up.
I'm going to say name that
7 out of
person.
8.
God damn you.
Amazing.
Are you really? Are you doing it?
Yes.
He's just being sinister. Okay,
All right.
fine. I'll fucking name it. Go ahead.
I mean, think about it. If you get it right, we get to play more. Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
exciting.
Good.
If
All right.
I guess, and then it's definitely going to end it.
All right. I'm not
Okay,
even
I'll
gonna,
try to have a better attitude. Sorry.
I feel,
I don't
feel
know
like
about
you
this
could-
new quarantine Amy.
Amy, I think you could do this.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the 7. I'm not even going to belabor it. I'm just going to read them really fast and just put it all together in your head and then tell me the name of this person.
Okay.
Sandy Bullock.
I really feel like, well, let's go ahead and narrow it down. It's definitely not Sandy Bullock or Christian Bale. I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
I wouldn't just find a bunch more jobs from an actor we'd already played, but that is a fun
Does
idea, especially
Sound like something
in-
you would do.
Yeah, it does
Especially
definitely
in
sound
the-
like something.
I'm going to do it in the Sam Levine episode.
He's going to be so mad.
Logically, that's not correct, Doug, because you said at the beginning multiple actors.
Again.
You said multiple actors at the beginning of the game, and then for you to have the same actor more than once defeats the purpose of what you said the rules of the game were.
Sam's going to cheat so much when he has a laptop in front of him.
Oh, 100%. He cheats when we do this live
I
in
know.
groups back in the good old days. Writing names down.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. Here's the 7.
Okay, I'm ready.
This person has been a gangster, a playwright, an army colonel, a president, a therapist, a mental patient, and the devil.
Okay. You read them so fast. Did you say the president?
I did.
Yeah, I got
okay.
you. I know what it is.
Gangster, playwright,
How
army
many
colonel.
playwrights?
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, right?
Okay.
President, therapist, mental patient, the devil. It takes zero range to play those last three roles, by the way. If you could do one, you could do them all.
I play one of those at different times in the day. I'm going to say Morgan Freeman.
So close.
That was my first thought too, but
I love that guess.
Who's close?
Well, because they're in a well, in theory, but yeah.
But I think I know who it is.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Clark obviously does. I have a guess.
Okay, what's your guess?
Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
That was my second guess.
Yeah, that's correct.
God
Mental
damn
patient.
it. Yeah, that was the, yeah.
Yeah,
Should've
and
gone
then
with my gut.
of course, job number 8 was I just wrote down the Joker. So,
Great.
but somebody always takes one name off for some reason. All right, so Dan, you did it. You win. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Bittersweet.
So good, Dan.
Thanks. It's bittersweet. I wanted you to get it, Amy. I wanted to keep playing.
It's okay. Sorry. I'll try harder next time.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You tried your hardest.
I
That was
didn't. I
great.
thought Jack Nicholson. I didn't say it. Oh, because when is he the devil?
Which is
Of Eastwick.
Oh, okay. That's what threw me off.
Yeah.
The Colonel's A Few Good Men.
You
Yeah.
can't handle the truth, Dan.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Sorry. I didn't know it. Don't give me, don't be like God. Don't give me more than I can handle.
Has he ever been God?
No, I'm just saying God, he only gives you what you can handle. I'm just very reflective on my religion today because it's Easter.
But Jack Nicholson's never played God, I don't think.
No, I don't think he has either.
I don't think so either.
He was president, Amy, in Mars Attacks.
Yes.
Yes.
I interviewed Morgan Freeman one time, and he said that the one role he hasn't played that he wanted to play was the devil.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which is funny because he and Jack Nicholson, if you like list out those things, they really have played, like Jack's played the devil, Morgan Freeman's played God. Like Jack's been the president, Morgan Freeman's been the vice president. And I think ultimately he was the president in like those Olympus movies. So it's just funny.
I think all of those things are on both of their bucket lists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh. Maniacal laugh quarantine Doug.
Yeah, I'm really going crazy over here. So we did it. We played all the games that I had planned for today, and have a little time to spare. So let's talk movies. Let's talk movies in quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, any of you have any recommendations of anything you've seen lately?
I just watched Rear Window for the very first time.
Oh my gosh, did you love it?
I absolutely loved it.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Same.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
good.
So good. And then you know what I kept thinking of, and I know it's not a movie, but I'm like, people have had to have done this as a play, right? Where like his apartment would be like downstage closest to the audience, and then along the back you would see everybody else's apartment.
And then you're just looking at his back.
Well, obviously they would. Obviously I shouldn't say that, but I feel like they would turn everything out a lot, and you could also do it in a way that the lighting could highlight where you're supposed to be looking at something.
Right.
Sure.
Going on. I don't know. I'm obviously designing this.
Let's ask Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, we're no Sandra Bullock or Christian Bale. When did he play playwright?
Christian Bale.
But they've done, it's definitely that particular storyline of, I think someone, I think someone's murdered someone else and I can't prove it. And,
Christopher Reeve, after he was paralyzed, actually I think it was a TV movie of Rear Window. And I'm not being funny. That's legit. I'm pretty sure it was a TV movie.
Oh, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, Rear Window. And then I just watched a documentary on HBO that was recently released called The Scheme. And it is very, very good.
Oh, it's all about that Monopoly game?
No, that's McMillions. The Scheme is about, that's good though. Trying to pay coaches to then pay players to go to certain colleges. It sounds, I know, overly sportsy, and a lot of people aren't big sports people, but the story itself is really, really good. And then lastly, sorry, I just watched.
The only way they could have got me to watch it is if they called it McScheme.
You'd be like, oh, all right, I'll buckle in for some more McDonald's deception.
Yeah. Are there French fries involved? Sign me up.
That's a great T-shirt too. And then I watched The Hunt.
Oh, how did you like that, Dan?
Now this is a personal thing, and I'm not indicting this movie because I love so many things about Knives Out, but I enjoyed it personally more than Knives Out.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But it's not as good of a script or story, and obviously the performances in Knives Out are amazing. So technically, I would lose so many arguments on why, supposedly.
So everything in it is worse, but you.
But it's
Why do
very
you
campy.
gotta drag Knives Out into it? Is it that reminiscent of a story?
I think like Knives Out and Ready or Not and The Hunt fall into a very similar
I could see that
type of movie. Certainly Knives Out and Ready or Not, because you're not really supposed to like anyone in those movies. Yeah, they just felt all very similar vibes to me, and I felt very weird that I didn't love Knives Out more, although I really appreciate it. And so when I finished The Hunt, I was like, I know this is weird, but I actually enjoyed that more than Knives Out. So I'm not saying anybody else would feel the same, but I liked it, and I think it's a good watch. And even though it's
when you're saying these negative things about Knives Out, I can't help but thinking that you're mistaking it with. Are you sure you didn't see The Last Jedi?
Fair point. I just didn't care about anybody in Knives Out. That was my problem. I just didn't care about anybody.
I could certainly see that. That's that's always a reasonable explanation for not liking something. I just don't.
Story.
I think Ready or Not and Hunt seem very similar concepts. Whereas Knives Out is more like a whodunit that you compare to older movies rather than current ones. But nonetheless, I'm happy to bring up Knives Out at all because I enjoy that movie very much, and I need to see it a second time. So that could be something I could do during quarantine. Let me get out my calendar. Wait a second, you guys. I'm going to write this down. Amy, what about you? Do you have any recommendations for the times we're
watching
in?
So much stuff. I saw there's a documentary on Amazon called Scream Queen about the guy who plays the hero in the second Nightmare on Elm Street movie, which is like a iconic gay film. And it's pretty interesting just how it went down and like how it became such a gay movie and how that hurt his career ultimately. Yeah,
it's a really it's a story that people don't know because the Nightmare on Elm Street movies just sort of raged on, even though that second part is kind of an outlier that doesn't really stick to the same rules as all the other ones.
Yeah, it's like totally unrelated to anything.
Yeah,
really
so when people go back and watch it, they are probably very surprised by how homoerotic a lot of it is. And,
yeah.
And how it's not, it makes sense. I mean, why would Freddy Krueger not be, horrible to everybody imaginable?
He's not a good dude.
He's not going to cut anybody some slack, especially.
Speaking of Knives Out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we've been going through the P.T. Anderson movies, which has been really fun. But I had only seen There Will Be Blood once, I think, in the theater, and I just never was interested in watching it again. And then we did, and I realized part of the reason I don't care that much is there's no women in that movie.
Oh yeah,
at all.
That is true.
It's the worst score on the Bechdel test in the history.
And it's
of cinema.
such a good movie. So on the surface, I'm like, I should love this, but I can't care enough.
Well, I appreciate you giving me a reason that I can say to people why I don't like that movie. I just find it incredibly boring.
Whoa, really, Doug?
Yeah, I mean,
fascinating.
You can watch him when he's injured down in the well. You can watch that a second time.
That part is definitely boring. I jokingly used to call that movie There Will Be Boring, but it's funny because that is actually my favorite P.T. Anderson movie. I don't like any of his other movies.
But they're so good.
Yeah, they're not for me.
And they're entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, There Will Be Blood really comes on strong in those last few scenes. It's suddenly like, oh, okay, shit's happening. Oh, and now it's over. Okay, great. But I find it rough to watch.
It might be because I'm from the South, and so I kind of love Daniel Plainview, like as the corporate capitalist money guy taking the church to task a little bit. And that's just my own analysis, you know what I mean? Like, but he goes after Paul Dano's false priesthood so hard that I think maybe that's why I'm like, oh yeah, this is speaking my language. I love it, you know?
Clark, Dan's struggling with his religion today, so if you could just...
I'm sorry. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter, everyone.
About the church.
Wouldn't that be nice if I was struggling?
We can do an emergency episode of my podcast. We'll just get it out.
Yeah, we really got to hash out this whole P.T. Anderson thing sometime, Clark, because...
anytime.
I think you and I have wildly varying opinions on his work, but
it's so bizarre. Yeah.
But at the same time, we both appreciate some of what he does and hate other things that he does.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm thinking new Doug Benson podcast called "I Don't See That," where you have people on that completely disagree with you about a movie one way or the other, and you guys hash it out.
All right. Well, I don't see that as being a good idea, but
that's what I felt the moment I finished speaking.
But you have inspired a new idea, which is a guy that just shoots down ideas.
That I like.
I mean, executives have been getting away with it for forever. Why can't the talent be the ones to shoot down all the ideas?
Sure.
Amen.
Yeah. Clark, did you recommend anything?
No, but my recommendations, actually, it's funny you guys brought up Nightmare 2 because I am making my way through the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I started with number 2 because I know number 1 so well. And I watched Dream Warriors, which is the third one, from start to finish, and I had never seen it from start to finish. And it's funny because everybody says, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I love horror movies. And sometimes when people tell me these are good, I'm like, what are they? Dream Warriors is great. I was shocked. So yeah, I'm making my way through the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And Doug, I just listened to your episode. They released it as a special episode of How Did This Get Made? With Valerian. Did you know that?
I did hear that happened, yeah, and I'm excited because it was an episode that was behind the paywall, and so lots of people hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, it's real fun, and it was. And How Did This Get Made? Just did like within a year ago, they did Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2, and they had such a kick out of it, and it got such a kick out of it. And then again, because I'm a horror fan and I have a lot of friends who are horror fans, I've heard great things about that movie, but I didn't know if they were real or if they were just horror fans saying that. And it's also great and streaming on Shudder. So yeah, so I've been making my way through like 80s horror movies, which has been fun.
That's great.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
I got to get like on some sort of like, I got to have some sort of goal. I've just been sort of randomly watching stuff, just based on, my mood and what I feel like I can handle at this moment. And today I unwittingly put on this movie that I heard that it's good, but I didn't really know anything about it. It's called Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, well, it's a small indie movie written and directed by a woman named Eliza Hittman, and with actors that I kind of recognize one or two people vaguely, but like a real fresh cast, but just a complete bummer. I do not recommend anybody watch it right now.
Oh, good. Well, it's a good title for the movie titles game.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So it's such I like, that's the other thing is I've been meaning to watch it since it came out a couple weeks ago, and every time I discuss it or think about looking it up, I can't remember which one of those words comes first. But it's funny too also because there's a scene in the movie where some people do this thing where if characters in a movie say the title in the dialogue, they politely applaud. And So it's something I've sort of gotten wired into me over the years that I'll, do it sometimes. But the scene where those words in the title come up a lot, if you sat there applauding, people would have you thrown out of the theater.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say about it. So now you have a weird reason to see this movie that I also said is very upsetting material.
Can you tell us what it's called again?
Yeah. Never,
A?
never, rarely, sometimes, always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amy is totally right. That should absolutely be a build a title option. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll be good. Plugs. Does anybody have any urgent plugs to get out?
No.
It sounds like it.
You can listen to Dumb People Town every Tuesday. Pen Pals with me and Rory Scovel drops on Wednesdays. And I have a nightly show called The Good Night Show that is just small little episodes, usually around 20 minutes, that are meant to just something to listen to when you want to decompress at the end of the day.
Just ease and soothe yourself.
Mm-hmm.
To my podcast, Who's Your God? Also,
that doesn't seem as relaxing as dance.
It's actually
It's great,
really fun. And
Wait, you're involved and it's fun? I'm not buying it.
Dougie, come on. I have merch for sale on my website now. If you want to buy a pillowcase, you can go to amymillercomedy.com and then I'll ship it to you and then you can put it on your pillow and you can cry into it or whatever.
No, I'm going to get 2 of them. And then that way the pillows can kiss.
It's just me kissing myself?
Yeah, just stack them on top of each other and
I didn't know this is something that you're interested in.
And I'll leave you to your business and I'll go in the other room.
Oh, you're not even watching. Okay, good. Night, 80s.
I mean, you know me and pillow talk. I just can't do it. Clark, what do you the thing you're still doing, the MC?
Still on DC Daily.
DC.
And I'm all, yes, DC, close. It's okay. And I'm also doing a thing on Instagram, which is dumb and hopefully makes people giggle. I'm doing cardio cosplay. So as I'm exercising through the quarantine, I'm doing it in cosplay. So I was Thor from Thor Ragnarok and Marty McFly, and
nice.
It's dumb. It's just hopefully to make people smile, and also because I'm not like, yeah, guys, we're working out. I'm just like, this sucks, but maybe if I wear a stupid outfit, it'll be funny. And so you can watch that on Instagram at Clarke Wolfe, Clark with an E, Wolf with an E.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, I'm sacrificing. Me and the nurses, we're really in this together.
It's true. Thank you to all 3 of you for participating. You know, you're 3 of my favorites.
Aww.
And DougLovesMovies.com for all of my dates that may or may not happen.
That's DougLovesMovies.com.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks again to Eddie as well. And
Still here?
please, if all of you could take a picture and text it to me in the next few minutes, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, of course.
And that's not just my guests. I want everyone I know.
Be careful.
Text me. Yeah. And as always, positive energy.
Now it's time for Doug to watch another